Hey traders, a very good morning and sorry for today's delay. There were some technical issues going on. First, there was no electricity since last 3 hours, and then the net was gone and all that. So, anyways, shit's gonna happen when it's gonna happen. So you cannot take control. Okay, so let's start today's live market analysis. This is episode 123. And before I go through today's analysis, I would just like to share a quick disclaimer that trading involves substantial risk and is not suitable for all investors. Also, the information which I'm sharing is for educational purposes only and cannot be used for any trade related activity. Okay. So with that, let's quickly look at, what can be the potential auction development paths for today and what happened in the yesterday's auction. Okay. So first of all, let me quickly jump to the daily chart. And here what we see is, first of all, we are still trading in the June balance. So this is the balance which has formed in the month of June, and at the moment, we are at the top of the balance. Okay, what has happened yesterday is the auction reached higher and then it closed within the balance. Okay, so nothing has changed in the markets. Nothing much has changed, and furthermore, balancing activity can be seen. Okay. Second thing is, what we can see is, a trend line is getting formed. We are having one time framing higher, one time framing up. Okay, there were stocks which were built at this level, which were tagged, and we need to see whether today, we see continuation to the upside or do we see some balancing activity. Okay, because we are right at the edge, hard edge or top edge of the June's balance. So let me quickly shift to the volume profile chart and let me add the yesterday's data point. Okay, so now what we have is, this is the balance high. So if you see there, a clear rejection was seen. Buyers are still in control, and let me delete this reference, and this is the balance. Okay, so first of all, let me bring the NSE's website and let's see what is the pre-open market session. Okay, so 36 or 40 points up, and so let me close this. So close was 10,305. So 10,400, 10,445 or something like that. So let me jump to the volume profile. I mean, say the uh, Nifty's chart. So the market profile chart. So now the references which I'll be monitoring is the high of the balance. Okay. Second is the POC, and then so there are two references. One is the yesterday's low, and second is this particular reference, because this is a visual reference. So if you see, this is a visual reference because around the open is where buyers stepped in, and then the auction just went high. Okay. So what my expectation is, the auction is going to open somewhere around 10,340 levels. So somewhere around the value area high. So what we can see is, the first auction path can be tagging the high, and then tagging furthermore upside and hitting the 200 EM. Okay. This is the first auction path. Second hypothesis which I see is, this act as the level of resistance. The auction is just developing sideways, and then it tries to reach. Once it tags the low, then there's some shift in the market confidence. So this is the auction path number 2. The third auction path which I see is, we clearly shift. So we find rejection around the value area high, and it is just balancing in the yesterday's range. Okay, so this is just balancing. So these are the three auction development paths which currently I'm seeing that can happen, or or the hypothesis. Okay, so the time is now 9:14 a.m. and about 20, I would say 15 seconds. So 35 seconds more to go, and for the market to open. Okay, so these are some of the auction development paths which I'm seeing, and let me log into my trading terminal, and we will see which auction path develops today. Okay, so overall from context perspective, it's going to open within yesterday's range. Value area high is where we need to monitor the confidence, because that's where selling came in. Okay, so the auction will open in a couple of seconds, so let's see what happens. Okay, so now hypothesis number 3 is currently playing into picture. The value area high is acting as the level of resistance. Okay, and then it has tagged the POC level. Okay, and it is also the half back level. So hypothesis number 3 is going on. So let me delete this. And now strong buying is coming in. So let me minimize this. And let's look at the order flow chart. So about not much, 1300 I would say the contracts has been traded. Let me delete all those references. So the low has around 22 contracts, high nothing much. We are still trading above the VWAP. The delta is positive if you see this order flow chart. And we neither touch the value area high, it just touched the yesterday's POC. Okay, so odds increases to tag the high. So I'm a bit bullish now. Let me look at the VSA chart. So we do have a HVN here, and we have a support zone here, and this is also a support zone. Okay. So odds increases to tag the high now. So it has tagged the value area high, not yet. Okay, so for the moment there is no trade location. Good fight is going on between buyers and sellers. So let me jump to the volume chart. Still trading around the VWAP levels. So for the moment what I have done is I have traded, I'm currently in a trade, I have shorted puts. And this is the current MTM. So I'm just moving it away. So delta is coming down. Good fight is going on. Let me jump to the order flow chart. So the value area high is tagged. So let me split this to see. So if you see, this was a big down move. So there is an anomaly here. And I'll be monitoring this reference 10339. So I'll be seeing whether sellers are stepping in. It looks like sellers are stepping in. So if you see from this chart, this is where sellers were there. More upside I'm seeing. So 339 levels. Yes, more upside coming in now. Okay, so I'm out of my trade. We did a quick scalp, about 247 rupees. So we are at a resistance zone. So this high was good, and now the auction is coming down. Here, if we see, the delta is just developing sideways around the zero line. So this is one HVN. So this should act as a level of support, and this is another level of support. Okay, we have one more HVN here. So these are the three support bands. So 10,324, 10,308, and 10,279. Okay, so these are the levels which I'm currently looking at, and it looks like rejection around the VWAP levels. So what happened? So it is still around the edge of the balance. If we see further continuation to the upside, that is a good sign. And if you want to take a short position, just wait for the candle to close below VWAP. So I think let me jump to the volume profile chart. You can see the volume chart. Yes, it is trying to tag below the VWAP. Okay, so let me just observe the auction. Okay, so sellers are stepping in. It's about 50,000 contracts left. Let's see. But it looks like it will go below VWAP. So 4,000, 5,000 contracts, not big. So buying is not strong. In the next 5 minutes, we are 2 minutes away. Okay, so a good tussle or a good fight is going on. So guys, if you have any comments, feel free to chime in, or use the live chat function. Okay. So if you see, today's low is a bit a weaker reference, because first of all it is at the half back level. So I'm just waiting for the weakness to be formed. But it looks like again the auction is above VWAP. So the delta is now turning positive here. You see this, we had a negative delta with a positive close. Here we are having the delta is now changed to positive. Okay. So the value area high of yesterday is still acting as the level of resistance, and it is closed above VWAP. So indication that we might now be continuing higher. Yes, we might continue higher now. So good fight is going on. From the order flow, we are above the value area high again. Okay, more upside now seems to be coming in. Very good buying is happening. Look at the big man, like this is really strong. So the absorption of supply is going on. So good buying is happening. Amazing, amazing. More upside now. See, we'll see continuation to the upside now. Look at the delta. So buyers are currently in control. A good hammer pattern is formed. See now, wow, it's going up. So trap buyers are there. Again, sellers trying way hard. So good live learning experience I'm getting. A good fight at visual reference level is where sellers are stepping in. Also, we have this small gap. So let's see whether from the order flow perspective or the order book perspective. So if you see here, there are 0000. It means that it is incomplete option. Okay. Let me look at the volume. Okay, good. So the volume is positive, delta is positive. So this is a good opportunity to buy back. Here also some sort of diversion is seen, but this is a good opportunity to buy back around the VWAP levels, so 329 levels. So sellers are trying pretty hard. Okay, so we have an anomaly here, and yesterday's high, if you see, so let me go back to the order flow chart. So this is the yesterday's high, and this is an incomplete option. Okay, so odds are high that we'll be tagging the high, that is 10,375. Okay, so now sellers are trying pretty hard. So we are at the VWAP levels. Now there is a delta divergence. Okay, so sellers are stepping in. Good amount of selling is happening. So now my option, so my thinking changes. So first it should tag the low, clear out some of the anomalies from the market profile chart, and then we might see a reversal again. Okay, so let's see whether that happens. So good selling is stepping in. So now again buyers are now, so again very good fight going on between buyers and sellers, and buyers are the one who looks to be pretty strong. So now if you see from the order flow chart, this is the balance. So I'll just mark this balance and this balance. Okay, this is the balance. So if it goes above this particular level, 10,337, odds increases to tag the highs. Okay. So right now it's a no trade zone. We also have a LVN here, 10,326. So let's see what happens. Let me jump to the VSA chart. So the support zone is still acting strong. Sellers are stepping in now. The delta, if you see, for the 5-minute candle. Okay, so the time is now 9:30. So the auction is closed below VWAP. So now we need to see what happens at this level and this level. Okay, so the low of the balance is tag, the delta. So this is a doji delta, and now the delta is negative. Sellers are currently strong. Okay, so we need to see, wait for next 3 minutes. So if you see now, buyers are stepping in. So Yash, I got your comment. Bank Nifty hold kare. So I am not looking at Bank Nifty. I'm just, so this is a live analysis which I'm doing here. So I would expect some sort of common sense from you guys. So if I'm trading Nifty, I'll be looking at Nifty only. I don't know what the hell is happening in Bank Nifty. Okay. So sorry for my harshness or rudeness, but I do expect some sort of common sense from you guys. So in Nifty, it's still, so let's just wait for 3 more minutes. Okay. So now sellers will be stepping in. Let me jump to the volume chart. So price is going down, delta is also going down. But now if you see, the auction is just developing sideways around the VWAP levels. This means that smart money or big players are stepping in, they are building up their positions. So we have a delta divergence here. So buyers are stepping in now. So let's just wait for this candle to finish or close. So 2 more minutes to go. So if you see, this is how I use order flow. Just using the market profile principles. This is the LVN. Now buyers are the ones who are stepping in. So 30 seconds you'll get some clarity. So if you see, the delta is there's a divergence seen here again. So more upside or more continuation to the upside is seen or can be possible. So at the moment I have not taken any trades. So this is my trade terminal. I just took one trade. I sold Nifty, the 10,200 PE, which is expiring this week. and I'm just I got, so today's MTM is 247 rupees with one lot. Okay, so again the fight is still going on, no clarity. So let it accumulate within this zone. Once the auction close within this band, then it will provide some sort of clarity. So delta is negative here. Again, the delta is turning negative, but we are seeing rejection around the VWAP levels. From the context perspective, the auction is open within yesterday's range. We saw rejection around the halfback, and also that halfback level is also the yesterday's POC. Okay, so one data point is the low is weak. Second data point we have is the high for yesterday is also weak. It has unfinished auction. Okay, so let it close below this reference level, and then let it tag, and let it provide us some sort of clarity in terms of the direction. So one comment from Nitish is 930 bar 215 that are trapped buyers. Yes, you are right. These are trapped buyers in the 9:30 a.m. candle. Okay, so if you see, sellers are still trying pretty hard, and accumulation is happening around the VWAP levels. So just wait and let it provide you some sort of clarity. Sellers are trying very hard. Sellers are trying very hard to bring the auction down. So no clarity yet. So I've taken one more trade. I've shorted puts again, and I'm expecting it to reach the high. My stop loss is around this balance. Okay, so let's see what happens. I'm just bringing in my trade terminal. So I might exit, but buyers are currently winning. Yes, I'm out of my trade, so looks like short calls. So I shorted calls now. Okay, I'm out of the trade. Okay, so not much clarity in the trades, and yeah, so 67 rupees minus. So that is the MTM which I have for today. Okay, guys. So with that, I'm ending the today's session, and I would request you to please do like, subscribe, and press the bell icon so that you get notified for the upcoming videos. Okay, and do let me know in your comments, and if you do get trained yourself on the market profile training. Okay. So with that, ending the session, and let's again connect tomorrow and see how the auction is developed. Yeah. Take care and bye for now.